Hey everybody, this is Tyler. I am bringing you some commentary on the new Crota's End raid. We are on the final boss, Crota. Very difficult boss. Took a while to figure out the pattern of things, but me and this group, actually a group of 5 that I found off of the LFG, managed to complete it. It took forever, but we finally got it down. This round is showing basically how to do it. There's some strategies circling around the community, but this way is kind of a mishmash of that, and it worked really well for us. The best part is it's so repeatable. In Atheon, it's either hit or miss. You either get a bad teleport and then somebody dies in the beginning, but this, you usually get him down most of the way, and that's when things start to go wrong, so you at least know something's right. So if you don't know what's happening, we initiated the battle by standing in the middle of the crystals, and we were taking out adds on the left and right. The shields only go down when you initiate the battle. You just wait for them, they pop down. 3 on the left, 3 on the right. Adds are about to disappear. Now, we are heading over to the left side, at least I am and another guy. We're going to defend the everybody else from knights. That's our job. We're going to use our icebreakers and take down knights. Now, we currently have hunters and titans. We have warlock, but mainly the hunters are nice because they can carry the sword and go invisible, but you'll see that later. And the titans use blind, and again, you'll see that later. Now, there you see Crota standing in the middle. We have the swordbearer. You can see a little star at the bottom of the screen. He's working his way over to a little ledge. He's going to hide there until we take down Crota's shield. Crota will crouch down. He will, yep, in a second, once his shields go down, and bam, he's down. Now, the sword carrier is a hunter who went invisible, so you see you could stand next to him until we got him down. Gave him maximized amount of damage per hit, or at least per down. We're going for another one. This is risky, going for a second down per sword. But it allowed us to do less rounds in the future, and it saves you time because you don't want to get enraged. If you know anything about the Vault of Glass, you know that enraging is a bad thing. You pretty much are going to die, or at least it's going to be much harder to complete it. So we're taking down knights. The knights will primarily take down the sword carrier that you saw running over to the left into that corner. So we're just defending them. The sword bearer, which is seen in the previous step of this raid for the bridge component, will appear in the center of the room, come out of a doorway. The ideal situation is you take down that sword bearer as quick as possible. You want to pick up that sword. In that same area in the center is something called a chalice of light. This chalice will heal anybody who might have low health, because you can't regen health like you normally can. Crota's presence, as you can see, the presence of Crota on the left side of the screen, means that you don't regen health. So if you get hit, you can see my health. I have a little gone, and it's going to stay gone because I'm not going to pick up the chalice. Now, somebody died down in the center of the room, in the safe room where you spawn for the witch part, or the wizard part, before this, and they're fighting adds and taking down the sword bearer. We killed something called the Oversoul, which appeared in the sky. It's much like an oracle. If you don't kill it fast enough, it will kill you, so everybody's got to put firepower on it. Now, it's pretty strong, so if you only have 4 people firing at it, unless they're, Gallahorns and Icebreakers, it's going to be pretty difficult. Now, you saw that we did another round of hitting. We went up with a sword, brought his shield down. Hunter hit him with the sword, and pretty much pieced out of there as quickly as possible. And we all retreated down to this safe room again, underneath where we spawned. I picked up the chalice to heal the little bit of life that I had, and we are now waiting for a round of ogres to come. There's one on the left and one on the right. As you can see, they'll appear in front of us. We'll take those down as quick as possible. This is where the titans come in handy. They can blind the ogres really quickly. It allows us to kill them so that we can then kill the sword bearer quicker. Now, if we don't take them down that fast and we don't kill the sword bearer as quickly as we should, then it's going to make everything out of sync. See, Crota is no longer in the center. He switches sides depending on when the sword bearer comes and depending on when we attack him and everything. We want to be set up and ready to attack him while he's in the center, because it's very difficult to attack him when he's on a side. So we're going to take down these. We got the ogres blinded. We're taking them down. We're rocketing. We're killing. We are taking them down. We got him down. We are now running out to initiate our next set of attacks. I'm going around the right side because Crota is on the left side, so we want to avoid him as much as we can. At least for me, because I'm not going to be able to do any damage to him. Only the sword can. I ran into the side. I hopped up on one of these little wall ledges because I want to avoid some of these thrall. You can pretty much dodge them and get them all on one side, so you can just take them out in one fell swoop. They'll pretty much ignore you. They'll just run down center and kind of mess around a bit. They actually aren't that big of a problem. But we'll take some of them out to prevent future problems. In the meantime, everybody's down below taking out the swordbearer. They have the chalice down there. It helps if the sword carrier holds the chalice. It keeps him from dying, especially if these knights get some shots on him. But we're doing a good job of keeping those out of the way. So we are finishing off some of the ads. There you can see the sword carrier with the chalice running over to the side. We're going to time it. He's going to let us know when to start firing on a shield. And we're going. We got Gallahorns, we got Icebreakers. He's waiting up there invisible, and now he's down. He's putting shots on him. He got a decent amount of damage done. He's running back down, and now we're going to do something very risky. And again, like you saw in the first round, we're going to try and take him down a second time. Missed my rocket, but that's okay. We are about to get him down. And, it didn't work so well. I thought this was a wipe. I kind of did something not so smart and ran out to go get him. I grabbed the Chalice of Light. Actually, by almost out of habit, I didn't really think to grab it, but it's gonna be what keeps me alive over here. I'm waiting 10 seconds to bring him back up. He is our sword carrier. We need him because none of us aren't. We're not as good, and he's very good at the stealth attack technique. We got him up. Still surprised I'm alive. I think we're scot-free, and I'm running back to my post to take out these knights. Meantime, he's going back down to the middle, and we're just forgetting about this little issue. We're still okay. Crota's on the right side, so we weren't going to attack him anyways. And if anything, he went down in the most ideal way. Now, I realized when I got up there that I accidentally kept the chalice. Went down, dropped it off, immediately got hit, had to go get it again. That's what I'm doing back in this tunnel. And I'm like, okay, well, instead of going back up, I might as well stay down here because the guy up on the top left is taking the knights down. I can help with the swordbearer and help catch us up for any time we lost. Grab my icebreaker, put some desperate shots on his head. He goes down pretty quickly. I am considering it a success, so I run by him, and I go back up to my post on the left as the sword carrier runs back over to his corner, and we're going to start our next round of attack. Now, you saw his health. He's pretty low. He's a little below half, I think, if I can see. Yeah, so we're getting there. Sword is hopping up to go attack. I'm defending from knights. So I decided that it'd be safer for me to kill his knights than to put any shots on him. And my other comrade here with me actually was the one who put shots on him that time. We're waiting to put a second round of attacks. He's still in the middle. We think we can do it this time. We are putting desperate shots, fire or icebreakers and Gallahorns into him. But we decided to play it safe and not attack him this time. It's better to take your time, do more rounds, and we know we have time. We know we're not going to enrage, so we decided to run down, to group together to kill these last round of ogres before we initiate our last attack to take them down. We gather again. We got the Chalice of Light. We're all down here preparing to blind these ogres and to take them out quickly because again we need to take the ogres out, then the swordbearer, and then in hopes that Crota will be back in the middle and we can put on those last few shots. We're coaxing out the ogres. That's what the one guy out there is doing. We have one ogre up on the left. He is coming at us, guns a-blazing, I guess eyes a-blazing, and we actually got him down pretty quickly. Again, we blinded him. I think that's very key. Keeps him from attacking, allows us to get some more shots on and flinch, make him flinch and really take him down as quick as possible. Got them down. We're all pretty excited. Going over to the right again because we know Crota's on the left, so we want to avoid him. Going up these stairs. Repeat what we did earlier. Avoid these thrall. Just kind of stay alive. We definitely want to keep in a timely fashion. That's why we're trying to run through here. Of course, the Titan, going all ham on those thralls just to take them out for me because I did not want to punch them as a hunter. That's for sure. Figured I'd pretend and help and put a shot or two into that one thrall. Didn't actually do anything, but no one needs to know that. Put some final shots in these knights. Make sure it's clear for the sword to run back across. We are so close. Hearts pounding. I can remember the feeling. Lots of adrenaline because we had been trying for hours, let me tell you. So we're all ready, locked and loaded. Sword is making his way. Grabs the chalice. Or grabs the sword, sorry, has the chalice. Gets in his corner. We know this is it. Putting those shots on him. Got a rocket at him. Got a second rocket at him. Again, we're communicating, telling him when the shields are going down. He's in vis. Attacking him. Put some shots on him, and he runs back. It's better to be safe, but we know because he just got back in the middle that we can do one more round. It's all or nothing. He just said, actually, I didn't say on my screen, but he was about to enrage. And he basically ups an oversoul, and we avoided that. We put in those last sword shots. He kills him, and I get rewarded sweetly with the Black Hammer, the new Icebreaker killer, in my opinion. The new shader, new emblem, some shards, which will go into my new gloves that I got on a previous stage, and he is dead. We actually did it. Our hearts are pounding. We got adrenaline running through every part of our bodies, at least for me. The sound it made in the party when we finished him was epic. We celebrated. We had definitely done something very cool. We had not seen this raid beaten. This is this group's first time in this stage. I had been in before trying, and I helped them figure out what to do. But we really succeeded, and you can see the strategy that we used. We got 2 up there defending the knights, defending from the knights. We have everybody else down in the safe room with 1 sword carrier, and everybody else taking out the sword bearer. We used the hunter to go invis to take out Atheon, or I'm sorry, take out Crota. Atheon is now ingrained in my memory. But we took out Crota with a hunter who went invisible, communicated with him to let him know when the shields were going down, and gathered in the middle in between rounds where the ogres came. It's that simple. The sword does a lot of damage. We had 5 31s and 130. I'm sorry. We actually started with 4 31s, and after a few rounds and not being able to complete it, we actually forced one of the 30s who was about to be 31 to go and complete his last bounties to finish that off. And then we reconvened and we completed the raid. So I do recommend that you have as many 31s as possible. But I can see how a bunch of 30s can do it. It takes a little more little more effort, a few more rounds. I think that it can be done. A group, the first night of the raid, completed 6 hours. I'm sure they had a ton of level 30s. So it's definitely possible. The weapon that I got is called the Black Hammer, and I think it's the Icebreaker killer because it has a perk, and you can look it up, that refills up the entire magazine of 3 shots if you get 3 consecutive rapid fire critical hits. Now you think that's not that's pretty hard. Well, it's a fast fire rate sniper, and think about on enemies like Atheon, the Walker tank from the Fallen, Devil's Lair boss, the Archon priest. They're all very slow moving, easy targets to hit in like the head or the crit hit area, and they flinch when you hit them, so you can repeat it over and over again. I'm talking 10, 15 shots in a row. So the gear in this raid is definitely worth it. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, comment and let me know. But this strategy definitely works, and this is proof. Once again, this is Tyler. Thank you for watching, and be legendary.